Oh, we ready? Okay.
Timer.
Okay. Hello, my name is Billy Washington. I'm going to be talking about music today. How many people have a favorite music artist?
Me.
Ronnie, what's your favorite music artist?
Big Pun,
Why?
because he speak real stuff about life.
What about you, Eric?
I have Rihanna. That's my wife.
Why?
Cause that's my wife. There's something about her music. It just connect. I feel like she connects to our fans.
You?
Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I like the stories his song tells.
Well, a lot of us have like many different artists that we like, many different genres and everything. And like I was talking about like why do we like these people? Like, do we listen to the lyrics? Do we listen to the beats? You know, stuff like that. And in fact, next slide. So I want to say like music has been playing a big part in the world today because it allows you to speak your mind without any repercussions. You know, whether you're happy, you listen to sad music or whatnot, you can talk about it in your songs, or if you write songs, if you just listen to them. Next slide. All right, so I'm gonna be talking about some important times that music played a big role in human lives, I guess. So I'm talking about the Renaissance, slavery in the 1920s, and now. With the Renaissance, I'll have a date on it, but they were just coming out like the medieval era, and like in the medieval era, like it was like kings and queens, and like not a lot of people could speak their mind because like their hair would be cut off or something like that, you know. But then like coming out of there, you know, a lot of people get like I guess express themselves through music and like how you say it? Oh yeah, not a lot of people were like smart because like say if you didn't have money back then, like you basically like were dead poor. Like you base like what you do off of, like the kings and queens and stuff. And like I guess since people weren't smart enough to read and stuff, they started making instruments and whatnot and started playing music. And like another thing is like around that time the Black Plague had happened. So within that, because of the Black Plague, music played a big role in because like often they would like I guess go to the club back then. And, you know, they'd get drunk and they'll listen to music and stuff like that and just have a good time. Like no matter what happened, like a lot of people was dying and things like that, and like people weren't able to like to have fun because like a lot of their family was dying off, and yeah, worry about getting your head cut off, stuff like that. Next slide. All right, so slavery in the Underground Railroad. So music played like a real big part in the slavery and Underground Railroad because like when people were slaves, like it was like I guess against the law for them to read and everything. So like some of them, they made music, like when they was working, like I guess in the field or in the house, they made music in order to pass the time. And like a lot of them weren't able to listen to the music because like their masters, they weren't having that. They didn't want to listen to all that. But like, so they listened to music to pass the time or like help them with their day. And then with the Underground Railroad, it played a big part because some of the music that they sung in the fields helped them like map out the Underground Railroad, so they knew where to go and stuff like that. And it was like underneath, it was like an under meaning in the music, so like the masters wouldn't know what they were talking about and stuff like that. And you know, like the 1920s, you know, back then the Ku Klux Klan, you know, lots of prejudice. Jazz started popping, you know, everybody started getting loose with the jazz. But like, yeah, a lot of people weren't like, they weren't allowed to go to different clubs, you know, they weren't allowed to have fun. So like a lot of people used music just to pass the time, you know, and World War I had just ended. So like a lot of people died off in World War I. And you know, like another thing is with music, you get the, like, based off of how you feeling, music can, like, I guess, like, bring you up. Because, like, a lot of music, like jazz, I guess, like, since jazz is, like, popping, you know, it's, like, upbeat, you know, that'll probably take your mind off of, like, your lost ones from the World War or, like, from, like, the oppression that they had back in the day. that they couldn't do certain things, you know, they couldn't go to certain bathrooms or drink certain water and stuff like that. And like music helped them like get past that thing. So next slide. All right, now I wanted to talk about now because like nowadays, like we all know, we live in Chicago. We live in like certain sides of Chicago you can't go to. We got police brutality. You know, a lot of people have been dying because of police. Police been shooting them off. You know, crime. Chicago has one of the most highest crime rates in America. You know, because like the young kids nowadays, they don't know how to act. You know, they hear certain music and they think they're supposed to go out and do these things. Everybody want to be a savage, or everybody want to have the juice, like Abel was talking about. And then like poverty. So like a lot of people that live in Chicago are poor. Like a lot of people don't want to say it, but it's the truth. And like we live in a society where like people have on some designer jeans but be riding a CTA. And like instead of spending your money on what's good, you rather spend it on trying to be free or whatnot. You know, and like I just say like we don't listen to like the deeper meaning of the music. Cause like I'll be in the car and like I'll hear my mom, I'll be listening to music, and my mom she's like, oh, turn all that thug music off, listen to that shoot 'em up music. And I be trying to tell her like it's more than just like the music that we listen to. Like when you listen to the words, it's about like what these people are going through day in, day out. Like some of these people like are like living the life, like they're getting shot at down here and there, you know, like the struggle, like the real life struggle. And like some of them, like that's a way for them to express themselves other than going and, you know, shooting up each other. Well, yeah, that's the way to express themselves. You know, they put it in the music so they don't have to go and do those bad things. All right,
I feel like it's a power source, you know? I feel very, almost like short of breath in a good way.
And I'm just... I feel like an electric shock going through my body, just and wakes me up.
It takes me back to a point in my life where I had no worries.
Like I'm not the only one.
La, da, da, da. You know, more like a flow.
Wakes my brain and it just explodes and it's like, BOOM! Oh my gosh!
When it ends, it's like, yeah, I feel better now. Tell me how this song makes you feel.
All right, so the reason I put this I guess my personal story. So growing up, I had an uncle. I called him Uncle John. And like when I was younger, he used to come to my house, and we used to like I guess freestyle or write down music and everything. And I really liked that. You know, that gave me a way to express myself when I was younger. Like if I was angry, I'd go pick up a pen and paper, write it down, make it rhyme, have fun with it. And I can show it to my parents, and they would be all right with it because I did something good with my time. But freshman, sophomore year, he died. Well, he got killed. He got in a car with some of his so-called friends, and they shot him in the back of the head and threw him in the alley. And like that got to me because like I spent a lot of my time with him. Like when my parents went on cruises and stuff, I spent time with him. And we was just chilling, making music and stuff. And like now, I listen to music a lot because I don't just listen to music, I listen to the deeper meaning of music. Because like a lot of people say, like on the news, you hear all those thugs this, those thugs that. But really, in real life, like those people that are calling them thugs aren't living the life that they're living. Whether it's like, whether it's rap, hip hop, they call them country singers, whatever the case may be. But like a lot of people don't know what they go through day in and day out. And I just think it's a good thing for them to put it in the music rather than go, you know, and shoot somebody up or just be angry all the time. So my solution, I just wanted to tell everybody, like, when you listen to music, just listen to the deeper meaning of the music. Don't just listen to the beat and try to get turned, you know. Sometimes just sit down and think about what they're talking about, you know, before you judge. All right.
Yes,